Okay, let's do this thing. What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Friday night Smackdown review. Wake up! It's the first of the month. Oh, it's the first of the month. Bone thug looking boy. What a very long weekend of wrestling happening. I guess with Smackdown, this is the go home show before Money in the Bank. We will have a Money in the Bank review, most likely on Sunday afternoon. Looks like we're gonna be doing a joint one. It looks like so. That's the plan right now for Money in the Bank. 'Cause I know Money in the Bank will be live tomorrow night on Saturday, July 2nd. But like I said, this is the go home show of the first. And we started off right with the Money in the Bank participants standing on ladders, except for Omos and MVP. Basically, Seth Rollins welcomed everybody to the show, and that he's going to win Money in the Bank until, you know, mm, Rollins had saying like the best time to cash in. We can all agree is that whoever wins between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns in that last man standing match, they basically can cash in on them. Riddle says, hey man, I need Brock to win so I can take down that. Roman to win so I can take down that bloodline dirtbag. Sammy, you all are vultures as he's protecting Roman Reigns since he's the honorary Uce and stuff, so he can get the Money in the Bank so he's not cashed in on. MVP, basically on Sammy an idiot. That Omos is the odds-on favorite. I don't care if it's Lesnar or Reigns. Omos is going to be the last man standing. Sheamus said, listen, I've cashed in on Reigns, and I've beaten Seth Rollins before, and, I'm going to take down Brock Lesnar and whatnot. And, Drew says, listen, I've beaten Brock in 5 minutes. Then next, The Miz comes out, and I guess he was on the Today Show earlier this morning, but he says, I am the only 2-time Money in the Bank winner. I should be in Money in the Bank. Then Ezekiel comes out since the match with Kevin Owens didn't happen. I guess Kevin Owens is hurt. But then again, who's not hurt in wrestling right now? But he was not there. Then Corbin wants a shot. Then Moss wants a shot. And everybody's yelling at each other. And Adam Pearce makes a makeshift battle royale, which, there's nothing on the line, though. So why are we doing a battle royale and whatnot? Which I thought was funny when Seth just jumped out the ring and didn't want to deal with Omos and got RKO'd. It ended up with Corbin winning the match, eliminating both Sheamus and you know, Drew McIntyre out of there. Like I said, he didn't win anything out of this, so you think Pierce would have put him in the Money in the Bank match, but then everybody's arguing in the back later on because they're all saying, well, I should get there because of this, or Miz saying I was on the Today Show, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Ezekiel saying I should be in the match and Madcap. So now they're gonna see these 4 guys back later in the show in a fatal 4-way match to see who will be in the Money in the Bank match. So we're gonna see these guys again. Natalia was in the back talking about Rousey, saying she's all talk and stuff, and Ronda's been movies and all this, but Hollywood's not calling for her anymore. She said she's going to be the first woman in this company to make Ronda Rousey tap out, and she can go back to getting the SmackDown Women's title again for the second time, and Ronda can go back to holding her 10-month-old kid and whatnot. So we all know Natalia's not gonna win. We all know that, but and whatnot. But it should still be a good match. The New Day came out. Wood said that June is over, but he was just Julying. I did not understand the joke myself. Basically, they talk about the Viking Raiders. They're all having fun last week until they came out, the new serious, vicious Viking Raiders and stuff. And they say, I guess, let's get dangerous, Darkwing Duck style. That's the thing I was thinking of. But Kofi said, you get your Asgards out here and we can send you back to Highland and stuff. The new Raiders now, I guess they call, even on the announce, they said the new vicious Viking Raiders, they're called. And they had shields with them. Would try to give them the microphone, but, they had it and they slapped the microphone out their hand. Knew they tried to attack them, but the Raiders started beating them up with shields and power bombing them then. So I like this new version, and that goofballs anymore are losing to everybody all the time on this show. So we'll see how this new serious Viking Raiders thing goes out. It's interesting, so we'll see if it's better than the last thing they were doing. 6-woman tag, all the Money in the Bank participants, Lacey Evans, Raquel, Gonzalez and Shotzi Blackheart versus Liv Morgan, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. Becky was on commentary. 6-woman tag was whatever. It was okay, I thought. Ended up with Liv getting the win. Liv getting the win on what was it on? Who is it? I'm trying to remember who she beat. Yeah, Shotzi for the win. Becky got in the ring then, hit a manhandle slam onto Asuka before heading into the back. Next we were even gonna have a I guess a tell off or ask them anything segment with the Street Profits and the Usos. Adam Pearce was checking stuff in the back until Sonya Deville came in. I guess it's a formal complaint against her, and yes, now she's gonna have a formal complaint too. And it's gonna be wrong what I'm gonna do also, and she ended up slapping him across the face. So we'll see what that happens. Caleb Braxton was there to answer questions, will ask questions to both the Street Profits and Usos, talking about, they're fearful of losing the titles and how will Roman react. And they say, we're not afraid. We run all the shows. Yeah, y'all run to the grocery store. And then, they asked the Street Profits, where's that killer instinct, especially after losing at WrestleMania, if you guys even get along, which they're saying they still do. And, they must be reading too much of the dirt sheets. We still got that killer instinct ever since they got moved to Raw. And, we want those tag titles. And, Uso says, we like y'all. Y'all just like us, man. All right? That's the thing, because y'all say y'all got the potential to beat us, but y'all ain't going to beat us, okay? And they use "We Want the Smoke" line, and Dog can say, yeah, we like that, and we gonna like it when we gonna, beat y'all ass tomorrow night. And they says y'all gonna be the twos and we the ones. So a good segment once I got past all the questions. But Good Street Profits actually beat will they beat the Usos? I don't think so, but I would like to see if they did. Now next, this segment. Max Dupree's Maximum Male Models Agency. And wow, you want to talk about getting booed out the building right here. So they basically had a whole damn fashion show, okay? And formerly known as Mace is now Mace. And, he's coming out there on the runway, and it's like, the paparazzi pictures and all this stuff. And even Mansoor, now it is Mansoir and whatnot. So they're just doing this whole fashion show with a catwalk and all this stuff, and they're just getting booed out the thing. And, this is the agency. We're going all over the world with this, and they booed the hell out of it. And I don't know if that was the reaction they were looking for. Maybe they were, and maybe they'll do this again next week when they do the tennis collection. But I don't know what to say about this. Even I was like, what in the fuck is this? And I'll give Eli Drake some credit. He is doing his best to get this shit over. He is trying. I don't know if it will get over. I'm not really sure. But he's trying his best to get this over. And I guess Mason, I'll be honest, I didn't know Mansoor still worked in his company. So I didn't know he was still there till tonight. But I want to see where that's really going to go into. Ronda Rousey, honestly, I'm really getting tired of Ronda Rousey cutting promos now. Because didn't she say something like, "Why do we even call the women's title? Because it's a goddamn women's division. Damn it." She botched that. I didn't understand that last week or two. But she talked about Natalia's, I guess, reading skills. Like my kid's 9 months old, not 10 months old, and whatnot. And she's going to lose. Next was the Fatal 4-Way. When The Miz came out, and I wanted to speak on this real quick before we move on. They did talk about Logan Paul being now signed to the WWE, and I guess he's coming back after Miz after having a WrestleMania. Let me give my quick thought on this with Logan Paul. Now, yes, I give Logan Paul credit. I gave him a lot of credit at WrestleMania. He did good, real good, and I'm not taking that away from him. And I know they just signed him to a contract, and I guess he's going to be on multiple matches and events in the near future and stuff. I'm not saying he can't do it. He can do it. But are people really clamoring to see Logan Paul like that on WWE television? Yes, he does have a huge following. Yes, he is on YouTube. And maybe his followers will come watch. I don't know if they're really going to come watch him wrestle. It looked like they were probably more interested in watching the, prize money boxing fights they were putting on and stuff. and whatnot. But then again, like I said, I don't know what really the Paul brothers do on YouTube. I just do know that they have a huge following, okay? And it's like, are people really going to be clamoring to put him on the show? He wasn't bad. Like I said, he exceeded expectations at WrestleMania. A lot of people thought it was going to be a shit fest. And, I know they talk about, well, he's got heat. And yes, he does. I think some of that is go away heat at the same time. Because I just think people just don't like the Paul brothers in general and stuff, because you hear a lot of bullshit or asshole things, or just controversial shit they have done. Because I didn't really know what they did on YouTube. Yes, I know about the fights, boxing matches they have come on. I personally look at those as money fights. Do I really want to see Logan Paul back on WWE television? Not really. But some people believe he is going to draw in a lot of, maybe viewership and eyes. And I kind of wonder that, like, you can't say that that's true, but how much of his fan base is really going to come? Like I said before, much of his fan base is actually going to come and watch him wrestle on WWE? I'm just saying, think about that. So it's a very skeptical thing of him signing to WWE. Maybe they will draw ratings. I don't know and stuff. Like I said, he's not bad in the ring. He really wasn't. I thought he did really good at WrestleMania. But are people really going to be clamoring to see him more in multiple matches? And especially if it's going to be probably against The Miz again, I'm not sure. But we'll see what happens with that. But in the main event was a fatal four-way. Ezekiel, Corbin, Moss, and Miz to be in the final spot for the Money in the Bank. It ended up with Moss winning after throwing out Corbin, as Pat McAfee laughed and turned at Corbin. So that's like it's going to be a match pretty soon. The main event was okay. Moss getting in, I don't think he'll win Money in the Bank at all. It don't really make a difference. I feel like if he's in a nat, so I don't think Moss has any chance of winning Money in the Bank. But hey, they put him in there, so there you go. I almost thought they were about to put Miz in again, but apparently not. So they didn't put him. I almost thought Corbin would have went in there too, but they didn't put Corbin in also, or Ezekiel. So yeah, Moss goes into Money in the Bank. Other than that, we will be back mostly Sunday for a Money in the Bank review, a joint review. So that's going to be happening, going down. SmackDown honestly was whatever. I was kind of in and out of SmackDown anyways. I was watching more of Against All Odds, and I will be back with a review of that pretty soon too. So I'm not really going to review Impact. I'm just going to review Against All Odds, given that was live tonight, because I got some things to say about that show, and especially how quickly it came too, being live and stuff. But I will save that for when that review happens. Other than that, this is my review of SmackDown. Have a safe and holiday this weekend and whatnot. So yeah, comment, subscribe, and we will be back later on. Oh, we got a Rampage review coming soon too. So other than that, I'm out of here. See you guys then. Peace.